We all be bitten by magical dogs so we can have a popular music career, is my hope.
Right, magical dogs.
Yep, I assume that's what happened to his eyebrow. It's his magic eyebrow.
Yes, it's a magical dog.
For Charlie Puth. Or maybe it's Puth. Is it Puth?
No, it is Puth, I'm pretty sure. Charlie Puth.
I would change it.
Puth?
I would change that name.
Either way, it's horrible.
Yeah, I don't like it. All right. Showtime.
Sounds like you've got a hair in your mouth that you're trying to get out.
Puth. Yep. It's funny you say that. Kim had that with a feather this morning, and it was driving her crazy. She couldn't get a feather out of her mouth. I'm like, all right.
That's what you get when you sleep on Grandma's feather bed.
Grandma. I don't like to think about what Grandma was doing on that bed before I got there.
Oh, God, no kidding.
All right. This is the beginning of the end. Whoop, hold on.
Oh, jeez, really?
Well,
that's dire.
I mean, one more episode toward whenever this ends. That's true. It's not something to think about. I don't want to think about it.
That's true. Yeah, that is true. Okay,
I guess one more minute until I die, right?
Can't argue with that.
Yeah. Don't argue with it. All right, here we go. It is time to begin, and it starts in 3, 2, 1.
Best thing about Zealand? No Facebook status updates. Rob Curtis is gearing up for Friday. Who cares?
We'll figure it out now, Butterfingers.
This is the Morning Stream with Scott Johnson and Brian Ibbett by the power of Grayskull.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to TMS. It's good to be here. Brian, hello. Good morning. How are you?
Hi. Hello. Hello. Good morning.
Look, here's the deal.
Yes.
You got today's garbage day for you, right?
Normally it would be, but it's because we had the Memorial Day, everything gets pushed forward a day.
Oh, weird. Normally that's us too, but we didn't do that this week. That's weird. Huh. Because it's working. Okay. They came today, and I
hope they don't come today because we have not put anything out.
Yeah, I guess. I guess maybe you're either in for a surprise or you were right to assume the delay.
If you suddenly see me like throw my headphones down and run, that's why.
Well, you have the camera. You can see in real time if they're coming, right?
I can, exactly. But my camera is so focused on the front yard that if I see them, I would say it's almost too late. But what I could do is scramble, grab the bins, take them to the other side of the street, and hope that they take them from there.
Yeah. So we'll get chat room. We may have the fun of Brian suddenly having to take off. We'll see.
It's possible, yes.
I would laugh if it happened. But so apparently we were right to do ours because this morning we heard him coming. I have a weird relationship with the morning trash guy in that I find it weirdly when I hear it coming, even if I'm asleep during when it's coming, because it's sometimes pretty early. It's come as early as 6:30 before him, so we have to do it the night before. It wakes me up, but it feels there's something comforting about knowing that there's a couple of guys in a big truck that are coming to take away my trash. I don't know what it is. It's just like this weird feeling of like normally it should annoy me, like wake me up. Stupid truck so loud. You can hear him banging the train. He's got one of those arms that comes out and picks it up and dumps it real hard and then puts it back. And you'd think that would annoy me. But I actually like it. So this morning,
it's a comforting thing. It's like, this guy's doing something for me out of the almost goodness of his heart. I mean, they're getting paid, and that's why it's not the total goodness of their heart.
It's his job and everything. But yes, he's doing the hard thing so that I can be out of sight, out of mind, and contribute to the downfall of our planet, right? Like I'm all into it.
Right.
So here he comes, and I hear it going. And the difference today is I've got my window cracked in the bedroom near where I sleep, because we're like right in between. It's going to get warm and it's still kind of cool. And so at night, it's really nice to have like just nighttime cold air flowing through the house and everybody's just cozy. It's great. We just love it. So I have the window open. Not something I normally do on trash day, but it's open. So now I can hear much more. Not only can I hear the truck much louder, I can hear the banging, like a-gunk, 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 a-gunk. All those sounds, exactly, beeps, all that sound. But not only I hear that, I hear the guy in the driver's seat, I assume because it's on that side of the road, which would face my window, going like this. This is what I hear. So I hear boop, boop, kabam, kabam, bang, bang, bang. Then I hear, 'cause I'm free. Free falling. I mean, he is at the top of his lungs banging out the Tom Petty at 6:30 in the morning in this garbage truck.
Any accompaniment? Like, is the radio playing or
It's
anything
just this
like
guy,
that,
and it's
just him?
Just that guy, and it's clearly not Tom Petty. Like, it is straight up like a totally different voice. And then I hear him laughing in between. Like, he's obviously joshing around with whoever's in there with him. But there was something about that just made my morning. My whole morning was better because A, the trash is taken away, and B, dude is going downtown on Tom Petty music.
That's hilarious.
And I just loved it. I want it again. I want him to come back. Now, somebody's annoyed by this. I guarantee it. Somebody heard this and is mad. Is like, why are you me out there yelling like a cat? Cut that out or whatever. But instead, it was...
it was added to the comforting... take comfort in that you had from that.
Yes.
The... what was I going to say about that? Oh, yeah. What if it was Tom Petty? Like, what if he faked his death and is now a garbage man in Utah?
I mean,
I guess the worst thing you could do if you were in hiding is sing your own songs at the top of your lungs as you're driving a...
Yeah, but also obscurity by... or security by obscurity, right? Like you could, if you're singing it as loud as you can't possibly be Tom Petty. Like, why would you do that to expose yourself? So therefore you would maybe do it. Like, it could be a big conspiracy. We know Hitler's in like Argentina or something. Who else faked their day?
Over a poker game in Waterloo, Iowa. Right.
So Elvis is definitely doing that. Who else we got that died that's still hanging around?
Do you think Michael Jackson is still around? Just like
he's just...
Oh, all that stuff came out and it was really bad for me. I'm gonna live in hiding.
I think what happens is people will know. Here's how you know if Michael Jackson's still alive. You walk into some really skeezy porn palace and you go, I hope there's no underage anything in here, and you hear him go as he leaves the back door. That's how you know it's him.
Actually, Kentucky Fried Computer probably hits the nail on the head. He's like in a mascot costume at Disneyland.
Oh, that's a great idea. That's what I would do.
Doing nothing but hugging kids all day long.
Oh, that documentary, dude. Rough.
I mean, why does it look like Tigger's got a tail in the front of his pants, too?
It's a suicide pantomime. It wasn't much of a Tigger voice, but I apologize for it anyway. So should we should...
I need to listen to some Tigger to work on a Tigger soundtrack.
It's a good idea.
Or impersonation.
Now, our civic duty is that we should probably find out what Robert Mueller is saying right now in front of everybody.
Today, right now is the little con.
Yeah, it's literally happening right now.
It's the Robert Mueller concert live.
Let's see here.
It's opening act.
According to this, he's actually using this as an opportunity to both give some clarity to his report, but also resign from his post. So he is no longer a special prosecutor or special investigator. He said out loud.
The chat room is the best. You guys are the best. The Lure for Real says he called Trump a shit gibbon.
Yeah, that'd be amazing if that actually happened.
That would be amazing.
Here's a quote though. It's interesting. It says, "If we had confidence the president clearly did not commit a crime, we would have said so. We did not," he said. Ooh, it's pretty rough to say right there at the Department of Justice.
Yeah,
right under the nose of President Big Nose. Anyway. He's up there now doing his thing. Robert Mueller, everybody. Big room for the stage. Put your hands together. Center stage. Robert Mueller.
Bob Barr, you're on deck.
Oh yeah. All right. Hey, let's give away some fun prizes, shall we?
Sure. Yes.
Hopefully, I won't jack this one up like I did yesterday, or Monday rather.
Monday. Yeah.
Time's going too fast, man. I don't like it. Everything seems like it's just screaming past me.
And we almost had a little kerfuffle, not kerfuffle, but like an issue with Monday's Toy Story question, because somebody pointed out that Mrs. Potato Head is one of the gifts that Andy receives at the end of the movie. And I had to go back and look at the original text of what the script was that, or basically the script of what I read from, and it does say "scene" as sent in by. Oh, I had the listener's name in front of me before, and I don't have it in front of me now. But
yeah, I saw this too, and I was of course kidding, but I immediately on Twitter went,
of course.
"I won!" And then later, and then you pointed out the rules, and I said, "I lost." So I'm fine with the way it stands because I don't think we can count it as the tail end. The thing just got there. Like Christmas is the final scene.
Exactly. And he actually never opened. You never see the box, and so
right.
It wasn't Andy's toy until after the credits stopped rolling.
Right.
it was still.
Yeah.
Still in the gift box.
So,
I don't know.
So who knows? But we know this. Yeah, chat room says they don't even see it. Hey, welcome to Babble Royale, starring our very own Brian Dunaway on the phone. Hello.
Oh, hi, Scott and Brian.
Oh, hi. How are you?
Brian.
Are you at work today?
Where are you at today? Are
working.
you in a good frame of mind?
No, I never am.
Wow.
I mean, the
No,
show.
but I did go to work. I did go to work today. Correct.
Oh, you did? Okay. Well, that's good.
I'm not on vacation anymore.
Oh,
No.
okay.
I did go to work.
I assumed you're on permanent vacation for all time and you were never going back.
That is close enough. I heard you talking about some Toy Story stuff beforehand. I missed that conversation, so you can catch me up later.
Well, you love Toy Story, especially 3. So we'll.
Your favorite movie of all time.
Yeah.
It's between Toy Story and Minority Report.
Right. two favorite movies.
If they could get those two together,
Combined into one great movie.
Yeah.
right? If
Oh,
Buzz
man.
Lightyear could try to predict some violent crimes, that would be great.
It turns out he's the one that drowned the lady in the thing.
Zerg!
And the rain
To
means
infinity
something.
and beyond! I found a
Zerg.
murderer!
I
Go
love
get
it. Zerg could be the what's his name? I can't think of his name. The Max von Sydow of this film.
Oh, sure. There you go.
Zerg. All right. Hey, Dunaway, it's good to have you here. We're going to play a little bit of a game, and lines are already open. We're going to answer one of these and see who we get here. Hold on one second. Hi, good morning. Who's this?
This is Thomas.
Thomas, how are you, Thomas? Where are you from, and how are you?
Houston, Texas.
Oh, it's fantastic.
From
Houston.
How hot is it right now in Houston? What is
Yeah.
the temperature
Oh, it's
outside currently?
it's nasty out here. It's like 80 degrees and muggy.
Yeah, it's the muggy that
Oh.
gets you. It's not so much the
Yeah.
temperature. It's the humidity, as the kids say.
It's the fact that you step outside and you're in a swimming pool, basically, that's called air.
Yeah. Everyone loves a little air. Well, Tom,
That's the beauty about living in Texas.
that's right. I love his accent. Well, I'm
I do
glad
too.
we're glad to have you here. Home of the Rockets. Actually, they're not there anymore. What team do they have now? No, they have the Rockets still. No,
Yeah,
wait.
the Rockets and the Astros and the Texans. And,
Who left? Who am I thinking of? Oh, the Oilers. That's what I'm thinking of.
The Houston
Oh.
Oilers left to Tennessee.
Yeah, that's right. They're Tennessee. They were the Oilers in
Jeez, man,
Tennessee.
Now they're
how
the
long
Texans.
ago was that?
Was it like 100 years ago?
By
Good
90,
golly.
Yeah.
94, 95?
Yeah, 90s, right?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's-
Remember that time we was part of Europe? Remember that, Scott?
I do remember that. I do remember that. It was a good time. Why is this playing again? Oh, this is supposed to play now. Sorry. All right. Hey, it's good to have you here. We're going to play a little game with you. Brian Ibbett's going to explain the rules and what you could win.
That's right, Scott. So, Thomas, I'm going to be giving Scott and Brian Dunaway a topic, and they're going to go back and forth with answers for that topic. If one of them gives a wrong answer, a repeated answer, or they take too long to come up with the answer, the win is going to go to the other player. Your job is to predict who is going to come out on top based on the topic today. You are playing for the carryover prizes from last week and Monday, including Terraria, Lara Croft, and the Guardian of Light, and Orcs Must Die Too. They Must Die also, the complete pack, as well as the Long Halloween Batman book from Scott and a Mad Max mystery vinyl figure in box.
Yep, look at this. I'm holding it up. This is
And
a.
it's a Fury Road figure. It's not like Road Warrior era. This is
Oh,
new.
yeah,
This is brand
absolutely new. And I got a whole box of these. Now, I'm a big dummy because the guy that gave me these to give away on the show came to Vegas and gave them to me there and said, hey, these are for giveaways. And I don't have his name. I'll try to get it next time I do this. But these are really cool because the characters themselves, like, these are way cooler than, like, Pop Toys. Like, they're cool-looking little dudes. And the Immortan Joe is, like, totally badass. But anyway, we don't know what's in here because every one of these is a mystery. So when I send this out to Thomas, if he wins today, he'll pop this open and be surprised as to what Fury Road character he got. So that's all very exciting.
Is there any mystery whether or not you pooped in one and resealed it?
No.
Is there any mystery about
There's
that?
no mystery at all. I have, of course, pooped in every single one of these boxes. That's part of the mystery. But thanks for blowing it for everybody.
Hey, mine melted. Mine melted real bad.
Yeah, it's all fine. Mine melted real bad. And the horrible thing you were saying wasn't registering until the end. All right. So what you got to pick somebody though. So who do you think's going to win, and who do you think's going to start?
I got to tell them the category
shit!
first.
Sorry. Go ahead.
So Thomas, a couple video game players that we've got here, and Scott and Brian Dunaway, and a couple Mario Kart players as well, Mario Kart 64 specifically. And as you drive around the track, you come across those beautiful little item boxes. Most of the time they're real, sometimes they're fake. But what are the 13 items you might find in a Mario Kart 64 item box?
Wow. All right. So who do you
Mario
think wins
Kart
that
64.
then? Who wins that and who starts?
I'm going to go Scott wins and Brian starts.
All right. I'm fine with that. Down with it.
All right. Now, I want to quickly I want to quickly say how exact and accurate do you guys feel like you need to be on these titles? I'll let you guys.
That's what I was going to ask, because there's like a few things
that you can describe, but may have a very specific name, and I'm gonna let you guys, as long as you describe it accurately, then I'm going to give it to you. How's that?
Okay. I think I'm okay with that. I think if we, I will say I'm 100%, and Brian, you can agree or not, but I'm 100% okay with one of us not remembering a specific name, but remembering exactly what it does.
Yes.
Are you cool with it, Dunaway?
Yeah, I'm cool with that. Like, yeah, I'm cool with that. Am I cool with that?
You're
I'm
cool with that. You're down with it.
Because I don't remember the names. Do they even tell you the names? I'm trying to remember if they even tell you the names.
They do tell you the names, probably in the book that comes along with it, or in something else. But it doesn't say the names don't appear on screen when you get the thing that you get.
All right. This is going to be intense.
I'm first, right?
Yeah, you're first.
All right.
Right. So.
Yeah.
I'm going to call it the wrong thing.
It's okay.
All right.
It's okay.
Okay, so the green turtle shell.
Green turtle shell. Green shell. Right. Good. Very good. That is.
Okay.
I have a technical question for the judge.
Okay.
Right. Do you have to tell what it does, or just
No. Here's the technical question.
You spin out.
Can it? So now that he said green shell,
yes.
Does it count as separate for the one that's multiple shells?
Other color shells.
Before you finish that sentence, yes.
Okay. Then I'm gonna say I'll steer clear of those for now and just say the red shell.
I'm gonna totally avoid those and say the red shell.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you take that off the board?
Well, because it's obvious.
Right.
It's obvious
I know,
what it
right?
is. He's gonna get one. I'm gonna get one. It won't matter.
All right.
It's
Okay.
totally
Red
fine.
shell also.
Yeah.
Yes,
the red shell, of course, the heat-seeking shell, an awesome shell to
right.
have, and always seem to get it at the worst possible time.
Absolutely every time. Now I like to drop the banana.
Yeah, I'll bet you
the
do.
banana. All right.
Right.
Very good. The banana, number 5 on my list here.
The triple green shell.
There we go. Let's get
Oh, there you
triple
go.
green shell.
Yeah.
Use the 3
Triple
shells,
green
she says.
shell.
Yep. 3 shells. That's how Mario wiped his butt.
Now my favorite is when I get it, I like to start flashing when I get the lightning bolt.
Oh, I hate the lightning bolt.
Yes.
Gosh dang it, I
Yes.
hate it. Everyone gets all small. It freaking sucks and goes slow and small.
Love
I
it.
hate it. All right. Well, the only one I hate worse than that one is the squid, and I don't know the name of it, but the one that puts black all over your screen and
Yeah, the ink.
the ink squid. It sucks. Wait. What?
Ink squid, according to my notes, the squid does not appear in Mario
What?
Kart 64.
It's
And
totally
the
in
64 has got to be in there. I think I remember
I'm
that
looking
too.
at
Maybe
the
I'm thinking wrong.
Mario Kart 64 wiki page.
Is
I'm
it not
surprised
in
by that
there?
too, because I would have said this.
It's gotta be in there.
I am not seeing the squid in Mario 64.
I'm not seeing the squid, Brian.
Oh my gosh! It came out in
They're
Double
saying
Dash.
that Mario gets it as a present at the very, very end of Mario Kart 64.
Well, then it's in it.
I'm kidding.
I know.
That was a reference to the toy.
Yesterday.
Oh, I know. I get
that's
it.
funny. Okay, I got it.
Shit. Hold on a minute. I need some definitive. I'm now going to the
Here,
internet,
I'll
which
give
I
you
don't
the-
do.
I'll give you the.
Maybe
the
I'm
link
getting
for the
confused
wiki
too, because I could have swore the squid was in there. I was already
Let me
ready to
see.
give up.
Okay, tell us what they were, Brian, and let's see if I can find something while you're doing that.
Okay, sounds good. The mushroom, the triple mushroom, the super mushroom. There is a fake item box. I guess I was mistaken. The fake item box you can drop and
thought
somebody
that
will
was
run through it.
Okay. Oh.
Banana bunch.
Yeah.
The 3 red shells, the spiny shell, which is not called the blue shell or the spiky blue shell, it's called the spiny shell, and that's kind of the whole reason I was being cagey about the
Right,
text.
right.
All right.
The superstar.
That was my next guess. What the superstar was.
Mm-hmm.
I can knock
And-
knock everybody out. I'm a superstar.
Yeah.
And Boo is the other one. The ghost.
Oh, I would have almost. You know what else I was going to say, and I would have been wrong. Is Bullet Bill didn't show up till Double Dash? I don't think.
Right.
And also,
So here we go. I'm actually on the.
Shite.
Here's the actual Mario Kart 64 item chart from the Mario Wiki, and it does not show.
Damn it! Yeah, I screwed that up. Frick! I'm sure that one was in there by then, but now that you say
I was
it,
too. So I'm, as soon as you said, I'm like, oh yeah, of course it is. It's got to be in. And I'm like, oh no, it's not anywhere in the list. Holy cow!
that's obnoxious. And I knew like all the rest. I knew them all. Why did I do that one? Ah! All right.
The bad
well,
thing
Prize
is
package is
other-
going to get humongous.
yeah, this is the biggest prize package ever.
Yeah.
Thomas, I apologize, man. Are you gonna? Will you ever forgive me? Can you find it in your heart?
Sure. I hope y'all come to Texas next year. Though.
All right, we're gonna come to Texas. We're gonna see you, and you can pop me right in the jaw when you do.
Yeah, if we come to Dallas, you'll come up from Houston to say howdy. Oh, I guess he's not on
No,
anymore.
he's still there. Are you?
Oh
Still,
yeah. What happened?
Oh,
Hey,
sorry.
I don't say howdy.
Yeah.
If we come to Dallas, you'll come up from Houston and say howdy.
Sure.
Will you do like Toy
I
Story?
don't know. Well, he does not sound like he wants to make that kind of commitment.
I'll do that
Yeah,
kind of.
well,
I'll do your
because
little monkey
I
dance,
don't
Ibbot.
I don't know too many people that say howdy over here.
Oh, all
Oh,
right.
okay. Oh, okay. All
We're
right,
making
you'll say howdy.
we're making
I
a.
feel you.
You're making terrible assumptions that we all wear cowboy hats and boots and all that stuff.
I really, and I was just using.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I was just using howdy as a generic term. You'll come up and say hi. How's
Yeah,
that?
he'll say hi.
That's perfect. I
All
will.
right, cool. You remember that
Get
part?
some barbecue
You
together.
remember that part in Toy Story where Andy's holding Rudy? I'm gonna say it's not Rudy.
Oh man.
Woody. He's holding Woody. Or no, he's got the shark, and the shark goes, howdy, howdy, howdy. Do you guys remember that part?
Howdy. I do. I love that.
One of my
Because you
favorite
got-
things in the history of that franchise.
That is
All right.
hilarious.
Well done. You can smack me when you see me down there. In
Triggered.
Texas. Thanks for playing. All right. Well done away. You've done it. You've made me 2 days in a row look like a complete dweeb.
No, Scott. Trust me. I did nothing.
Yeah,
All I
did
had
that-
left in the chamber was the star.
Right.
And if I was done, I had nothing else.
Really? Because I knew about the triple booster shroom and the single shroom. Like, I could have gone so much further here.
I think if you guys would have eaten up the other triples, because you mentioned the banana, you mentioned the red shell, you mentioned the green shell. Only one of you guys, started going into the triples. Just eat up all the triples, man. You know they're in there. Eat
I
the
know.
triples.
I didn't remember the banana triples.
No, Brian was like even
Oh, really?
laughing. Brian was laughing at the fact that I didn't. He was right to laugh.
Yeah.
You were right to laugh at me. I should have just gone with the I was all cocky. And I was going to say, by the way, I was going to say Bullet Bill. I even was going to talk about the freaking boomerang. Those didn't show up till later, I don't think.
Oh yeah, right.
So I just Double Dash and Forward are the best Mario Karts in my opinion, and I always forget what N64 had. So that was a bad one for me today.
Yeah.
All right.
But I was right there with you, thinking the squid was in there because that is the most hated of the Mario power-ups.
That and the spiky blue shell can eat my butt. I hate that thing.
Yeah, well,
It's just a cheater. It's a freaking cheater move because the game. Okay, well, this is obviously inside baseball on Mario Kart, but the game cheats at the end. If you're way in the front, guy way in the back is going to get the spiky blue shell, and it's only going to hit you way in the front.
Right,
So it's just like this cheap freaking thing, and then while you're in the front, you just keep getting. Oh, blue. Here's some green shells.
You could do everything right for the entirety of the game and be taken out with one blue shell.
Yeah, it's the
I'm
great.
all-
By the way,
all Look in your rearview mirror when you're in the first place near the end. It's like, what's going on? It's coming.
Yeah.
I know it's coming.
Yeah, I'm on pins and needles that whole time if I'm in the lead. It's almost not worth being in the lead. But here's the best part. You can also here's a little plug for you. You can go to frogpants.com/store and you can buy the Blue Prophecy print, which features a giant blue shell with wings on it that says, "The last shall be first, and the first last." That's Matthew 20, verse 18. Awesome. Anyway, that's one of our highest.
By the way, big
sellers.
thanks to TMS Mashups Jamie for submitting that quiz.
Yeah, well done, dude. It seems like the ones he submits, I lose. I don't know why I feel that way, but it does.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I thought that was tilted in your favor.
You'd think. Ooh, if you do a blue shell search on Google Images, that print I was talking about shows up without attribution. Fantastic. All right. That's it. Brian Dunaway, always a pleasure. Hey, we didn't do the Boop Show because of the crazy, stupid day that was Monday, but perhaps we will make another one of those soon. Probably not till next Monday, but we're gonna try.
May chance.
Yeah.
Right. What are you doing? What are you doing tonight? Well, tomorrow. What you doing?
Tonight's a nightmare. Tomorrow, maybe. Tomorrow is possible. I want to give some. I want to give some love to the Quest, and I think that'll be a good show to do that on because I got some. I have some things to say about that device. It's badass. All right, Dunaway, take it easy, kiss our butts, and we'll talk to you later. Bye now.
Kiss our butts.
Kiss our butts.
Our butts.
Kiss our butts. Kiss our butts. Made from real gorilla schmutz. All right, it's this time for this.
This is your radio newscaster with another exclusive sensational summary of world and local events.
It's the news brought to you by
A2Cmoment.com. That's ATOCmoment.com. It's a new site for speculative gaming and technology stories. Some minds travel long distances. Andrew wanted a place to take others along for the ride. Journey with him from point A to point C and enjoy the view. Fair warning, until E3 2019, many articles will be about Stadia. Andrew is trying to get his predictions out before Google announces any more information. That's A2TOCmoment.com. Enjoy.
Yeah, it's 2 weeks. Sorry. Minus 2 weeks minus 1 day until
E3.
E3.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I hope Andrew's listening. I would grab the A2Cmoment.com website too and just put a forward on that.
Just to make
buy
sure.
the domain,
yeah.
put a forward on it,
It's
just to make sure.
Always a good idea.
Because it's a great domain name, and you want to make sure people find ya.
Yeah.
Find ya.
Find ya.
Find ya.
Let's talk about some Jewish teens. I know you've been excited about this for a while.
Oy vey.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what the teens
You
say.
should know from Jewish teens.
Well, Jewish teens helped save a man with a swastika tattoo in Brookline. This is Massachusetts. Oh. See, look, sometimes this stuff happens, man. Mm-hmm. You just hating on something, and then the thing you hate
across
on,
the aisle and help. Yeah,
the thing you hate swoops in and solves your day. Well, that's what happened here. Massachusetts authorities say a group of Jewish teens played a key role in saving the life of a drowning man with a tattoo of a swastika on him. NBC Boston reports it happened Thursday night as the four youths, all students at an Orthodox Jewish high school in suburban Brookline, spotted the body of a man partially submerged in Chestnut Hill Reservoir. Boston College Police said their officer, Carl Mascioli, said two of the teens ran into his patrol car to alert him. Ran to his patrol car. Mascioli.
Mascioli.
However you say it, says he rushed down to the embankment, pulled the man from the water, and noticed that the Nazi tattoo was emblazoned on his hand. He says the unidentified students told him they don't regret helping the man despite his anti-Semitic tattoo. Officials say the man is expected to make a full recovery. The question is, will it change his mind at all? Will he come out? Will he stop being a Jew hater?
Come out clean on the other side. I hope so. The sad news is that Phil Collins was there, saw the whole thing, and he's writing a song about it.
Great. I'm so happy to hear that. How will that? You want to sing me a bar? How does it go?
Well, if you told me you were drowning and you had a swastika on your hand, I'd pull you out of the water, my friend, and I'd get you on to dry land. Well, I was there and I saw what you did. You Jew hating son of a bitch. Well, you can wipe off that. Oh, anyway, let's keep going.
Oh, I would have pulled you out of that ditch. I can feel it. Oh man, now you're getting me in the mood. All right, let's see. So that guy, that's a deal. That's the thing. Hey, a man caught smuggling nearly 5,000 leeches in his luggage has been stopped from his act of terror. Because
it was nearly 5,000. It's like, sorry, sir, you've got under the recommended quota of leeches in your luggage.
Yeah, 5,000's a lot. Niagara Falls, Ontario. A man has been fined $15,000 after he was caught flying into Canada with a suitcase full of leeches. We'll get to this point. Ipilit Bonovnov. How would you say that name?
Boldanov. Hippolyte Boldanov.
Hippolyte Boldanov.
Hippolyte Boldanov.
Hippolyte.
That's a good old Canadian name right there. Yeah. Hippolyte Boldanov. Trying to get leeches into Canada.
Like I do. Every five months I do this.
Never been stopped before. What is this?
He had... The precise number, by the way, is 4,788 live medicinal leeches in his carry-on luggage.
Somebody had to count leeches. Somebody had to count 4,788 leeches, by the way.
He had just flown.
That exact number.
He had just flown from Russia, so that's why he's makes sense, right? He carried the leeches in large, reusable grocery bags. Ugh. Operations manager of the ECC's Wildlife Enforcement Directorate, based in Burlington, Ontario. Directorate, that's cool. That's what we should do.
I'd like to be the directorate. The Wildlife Enforcement Directorate.
Yeah, the adjudicator and the directorate have decided you need 7 slashes. Anyway, within the bag were 10 smaller dampening cloth bags. A dog working for the Border Control agents smelled the leeches. This is our first...
No secret ingredient in Tim Horton Timbits.
It is leech.
Secret flavor.
You ever have a leech? It's so good.
Oh, my mistake. Thought they were leashes.
Oh, shit. Well, back to Russia, then.
The dog's going to be very sorry.
Goodbye, everybody. Let's see. A dog working... wait, I read that. Okay, this is our first large-scale illegal leech import, says this dude. They have other problems with, like, reptiles, like turtles, tortoises, snakes, stuff like that, but... First time leeches have been a problem. The ministry sent the leeches to the Royal Ontario Museum in Toronto, where Sebastian Kvitzt said, "Hey, thanks, man. Thanks there, buddy."
Oh, good day. Welcome to the Royal Ontario Museum, eh?
Yeah, come on in. You got leeches? Oh, we could totally use those, eh?
Oh, here, hold my toque. Let me count how many of these we got here, eh? Oh, you hoser, you brought in a lot, eh?
What you got there, bud? Oh, yeah.
Oh, you're not supposed to take off with all those leeches, eh?
It's good stuff. It's good stuff. 240 of them, by the way.
Everything we ever learned about Canada, we learned from Bob and Doug McKenzie.
Yeah, totally. It says 240 of these things were sent to the American Museum of Natural History in New York. So they took a handful and put them in an envelope and sent them down there, where DNA sequencing of their stomach contents revealed they were caught in the wild. So this Russian dude, I guess, with help or whatever, found a bunch of, nearly 5,000 leeches in the wild, put them in bags, got in a plane, bought a ticket, went to Canada, got busted, and now he has no leeches.
Now he's leechless.
Leechless. Yep, leech-free.
Leechless in Ontario.
Well, speaking of weird bugs that you take places, somebody bought a laptop full of malware for $1.3 million.
Beautiful segue.
Yeah, I know. It was glorious.
Nicely.
I wanted to congratulate myself even. It was so good.
Yeah, that was good. That was well done.
This is for real, by the way. Somebody just purchased a malware-filled laptop at an auction for a $1.3 million total. The laptop is a laptop. The laptop.
All right.
I can't talk.
Nobody noticed. Keep going.
Is a no, not at all. I'm sure Jamie didn't notice. I'm sure of that. I'm sure he didn't pick any of that up. He said, the article says this is a Samsung NC10 They call it the persistence of chaos, and is something of an art project, actually. The device contains 6 viruses, so this is a notebook computer containing 6 viruses that have caused an estimated $95 billion in total damages.
My grandmother's desktop PC, by the way, has that beat.
Yeah, she could
6?
sell that.
Only 6? Amateur.
I know. I feel like my mom could sell her HP, whatever it is, for a couple of million. Anyway, it's not meant to be a tool. Rather, it's a way to give an abstract cyber threat a physical form. The Persistence of Chaos was commissioned by cybersecurity firm Deep Instinct. Oh, that's quite the movie in the 90s.
Sharon Stone film.
Yeah, Deep Instinct. Where
wasn't that the one with Steven Seagal?
Yeah. No, it was Deep Instinct was Sharon Stone and freaking
and the president was
Morgan Freeman, and they were talking about that huge chaotic freaking meteor that just about took the Earth out.
An asteroid that was going through LA killing models.
Yeah.
I think was the
and it was so distracting because she kept showing everyone her crotch when we were trying to worry about that asteroid.
Sidian feels like he needs to correct us that it's Deep Impact.
Oh. Well, we know it's Deep Impact. We know that's the joke. That's the joke, Sidian. That's the joke. The artist behind the project, his name is Guo Odong.
Okay.
Yep. He said the art piece contains viruses such as WannaCry, which wreaked havoc and infected more than 200,000 computers across 150 countries. That caused nearly $4 billion in damages. It also got Black Energy, the virus that shut down a Ukrainian power grid, among other terrible things. It also has the I Love You virus. Remember that one? That was a big deal.
I do remember that one.
My Doom, So Big, and Dark Tequila. That's a terrible law firm. The law firm of My Doom, So Big, and Dark Tequila.
It also has a pirated copy of Microsoft Flight Simulator. Please play. I don't know why it's still Russian, though. Clearly.
Well, they do a lot of hacking now, so it's probably not that shocking. Let's see. It says each is supposed to act as a reminder that ransomware can render real-life consequences and cause harm in the actual physical realm. We have this fantasy that things that happen in computers can actually affect us, but this is absurd. According to Guo, weaponized viruses that affect power grids and public infrastructure can cause direct harm. Alone, the device is perfectly safe. You can't, but here's the thing: you cannot connect it to anything. Connect it to a network, a USB, the car, anything. You're screwed. So it needs
as soon as it hooks up to as soon as it finds a Wi-Fi network, as soon as somebody enters in the password for the the museum there, that's over. It's over. We're all done.
We're all done. We're all dead. Forget about Y2K. Now it's why this is. I can't think of what.
Skrelly's gonna descend from the ceiling on like a Mission Impossible style wire system and plug an Ethernet cable into the back of this thing, and then rub his hands together and then go back into the ventilation system.
He'll look at the camera first and go, "I'm a douche," and then he'll leave.
Exactly.
Engadget calls this Skrelly. Engadget calls it a dormant grenade, safe until someone pulls the pin out.
Kind of, yeah. I mean, it kind of is.
Yep. It says they're outdated since new forms of ransomware are probably being developed already. Just this month, a ransomware attack hit the city of Baltimore, freezing systems and disrupting estate sales, water bills, and health alerts. So, we're all in it now, everybody. Our future cyber nightmare has begun. And perhaps this is patient zero. Somebody somewhere is going to plug this into the internet, and we're all dead.
Exactly. Yeah, that's all it takes.
Mm-hmm.
It really is. Like, it does feel like a big dangerous thing. Like, we've captured the most destructive and fearsome animal in the world, and we've got him in a little glass case.
Yep. Oh yeah. I'll tell you, there's 2 times in my life I've rarely had any kind of major bump in with viruses on computers.
Yeah.
The first one was in the 90s when somebody gave me a infected floppy with, I don't remember what it was, but it completely just wipes everything. It sucked, and it killed this computer I had. And I can't remember why I had it, or the guy was giving me something on the disk that was unrelated. He didn't know he was infected, blah, blah, blah. So there's that whole thing. But the real bummer one was when Nick was 12 and really into Minecraft.
Went to a site with free Minecraft tips or something like that.
Worse than that, there were sites that would let you download Minecraft mods but the sites were just full of malware and garbageware, and it was awful. Like it took me so long to try to clean that computer out that eventually I had to give up. Nothing was working on some of it. Some of it just was permanently there and would keep springing up. We had to like destroy that machine, like start over. And it was an older computer. It was kind of a piece of shit, so it didn't really matter. But
Yeah.
man, that was the worst. Exactly. We reformatted and reinstalled. But it was a good lesson because Nick is very careful about that stuff now. Like he's got all kinds of PC gaming stuff going on, and he's very wary of like, oh, what's that site? I'm not sure I trust it.
But you got to wonder if some of the not recent, but a while back, identity theft stuff that people you had a couple of identity theft issues crop up in years past, right?
Oh yeah, that stuff's definitely happened to me a couple times.
And you wonder if any of that stems back from there, or if it's just people who said, oh, the Scott Johnson's got a lot of popular social media accounts. Let's see if we can get one of them.
Well, sometimes you don't even know. Like yesterday, Dylan was supposed to start a new job, and he went into the office there, and they were getting him all set, and they're like, something's wrong with your social security number. And he's like, what do you mean? He goes, yeah, it looks like the number you gave us says it belongs to some Alfonso Guerrero Martinez or something.
Oh no.
And he's like, oh, what the frick? So they had to jump through hoops all day, running all over town, downtown, back up to Orem, back downtown, to try to track down how you get that fixed. Because somebody somewhere, and we don't know when, they say it could have been as early as like 2015, and he just hasn't known. Somebody's had stolen his identity somehow
the whole time.
Yeah. So I don't know what you do now. I mean, I guess you just go in and get a new one, or I don't know what you do. But sorry, Alfonso Gomez, or whatever your name was. You are no longer Dylan Straw. Anyway, there's that. Okay. Oh, fake your own death, steal someone else's SSN. Is that what happened there, Sidian? Sidian's always got the answers. You notice that?
He does. Yeah.
That guy
but
goes,
then your wife fakes your funeral and you forget about it, and then your kid discovers that you're alive. We
Yeah.
talked about this yesterday.
We
Sidian.
did.
Come on.
We did.
Keep up.
Keep up, buddy. Oh, and then also, what was I going to say? I was going to say something. Oh, this laptop reminds me of when we keep smallpox around for no good reason. You know what I mean? Like, why are we? Why? What are you doing?
Culture. That disease belongs in a museum. It's just basically a way. Well, I mean, you keep stuff like that around so that if it crops up again, you have a way of creating maybe a later strain antidote for it. Or,
is that the reason?
Remedy. I would think so. I think that you've probably got in the CDC. There's probably a giant vault. That's a little refrigerated vault that's got like every a little library of every disease we've ever had, and bacteria strain and virus, and
I guess my conspiratorial side, which doesn't come out very often, pokes his head out and goes, somebody could weaponize it. Like, it just seems dangerous to have it around. If it's eradicated, freaking eradicate it. Be done with it. Like, we don't want it anymore. I don't know where it is, but Dunaway says it's not in a vault. It's on his penis.
I think you might have added that last.
Oh, did I add that? Oh, sorry, I misread the chat. I misread the chat. I thought it said that it's on his penis. How did I do that? Wow. All right, final story. Applebee's. You've been there in a while. How long has it been since you've been to an Applebee's?
Not in a long time. God, I can't think of the last time I went to an Applebee's. At least 5 years ago. In the
late 90s, mid to late 90s, I was into their basket of their rib basket.
Sure, the riblets or just the ribs?
Just the riblets for lunch. I'd go there and get that all the time. So I will give them that credit. But since then, I've really never had a good time there. Applebee's is not what it used to be, if it was ever anything.
Yeah, I don't think I've even been to an Applebee's since Jonathan Colton sang about getting drunk at an Applebee's in one of his songs.
Yeah, and and also, I think I've had some of the worst service in my life at an Applebee's. So it's just never been a good thing. Well,
they used to have a great... oh, now I'm getting echo. Oh, there we go. It's gone. They used to have a great Oriental chicken salad. That was like the thing to get at Applebee's, the Oriental chicken salad.
That sounds all right.
Maybe it's Asian chicken salad now. I don't know, but
yeah, how do they? What do they call it now? That's a good question. Hold on, Oriental.
I know. I'm looking it up too. I want to make sure that
Oriental chicken salad. I wonder if they've changed
that. It's still called. Well, as of 2017.
Oh yeah, no, they still call
the
it
Oriental
that.
chicken salad. Yeah.
Yep, there it is. Oh, that is a good salad. You're right. It's got those crispy pea.
And I'll bet you, Weight Watchers. Let me take a look here.
450 calories for that thing.
Oh, really? That's not too bad.
No, not bad at all. It's a lot of chicken on there, and it's breaded. And
I guess I'll have to do it on my phone. Let's look up Oriental chicken salad just out of curiosity. How many points? Do you have a guess on how many points in the Oriental chicken salad?
Let me guess. 4 points.
Well, let's see if it's under Applebee's. There it is. Applebee's Oriental chicken salad. What did you say? How many?
4 points.
Put a 10 in front of that. It's 14 points for the lunch combo Oriental chicken salad. Now, I don't know what the lunch combo.
That must be drink and everything, right?
No, because you would just do a 0-point diet soda. I can't imagine maybe it comes with bread or something.
That could be.
Yeah.
Oh, it's making me hungry looking at it. Gosh dang it.
I know. That's a good salad.
Well, here's the point of this. If your last name is Hamburger, it's not for me. I'm sure yours is also just Ibbett and never was Hamburger. But
it is just Ibbett, yeah.
If our name was Hamburger, they'll give us a free burger, but only if your name is Hamburger, which seems like a safe bet that there aren't a lot of people named Hamburger.
I know a Brian Hamburger who is
Shut up, dude. That's awesome.
He is the retail ad manager at the the Omaha World Citizen, Omaha World. Shoot, it's the Omaha World something. I'm looking that up.
That's
Omaha
amazing.
World Herald. And I'll bet. I'm actually gonna find him. Let's see. Omaha World Herald. Brian Hamburger. Yeah, here he is right here. Now he's the president and chief executive officer. He's a LinkedIn contact of mine too, of course. He is founder of Market Council and the Hamburger Law Firm as well, but he used to be.
It's really called the Hamburger Law Firm.
I think so. This looks like a different guy. The guy I knew was skinny and had glasses. This guy looks like
he's gigantic and has perfect vision.
He's the Hamburglar. Here he is. That's it right there. He's now the curative senior associate at Title 365. And, Yep, they're at University of Nebraska at Kearney, and he was the. Oh wow, he was the Nike brand coordinator for Dick's Sporting Goods for a while. He was principal at Hamburger Communications.
So people would say, go talk to Hamburger down at Dick's. Would they say that?
That's right. Wow. Exactly. You know what you're looking for. Where's the hamburger guy at Dick's?
He's over at Dick's. Hey, hold on a second. Citian keeps saying the obvious. People named after the city. No, I know. It's a Bavarian origin. I know that it's not hamburger.
Sure.
I know that we're not sitting here thinking that somebody's named after the sandwich. We know that. We know it comes from something else, and it's the other way around. It's still so common as a thing you would eat that it's weird to be named that. That's our point.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly.
Today is Let's Go After Citian Day. I don't know if anyone knew that coming into the show.
I know. Poor Citian just feels like he's got to be the target of
he doesn't care.
Any corrections or ire.
He doesn't care. He's easy.
He doesn't care. No.
Here's the early history of the hamburger family. It doesn't say it. Early notable hamburger family. There's none of that. Okay, Elsie Hamburger, age 21, arrived in New York City in 1848. Ernest Hamburger. Oh, I want to have
Ernest Hamburger.
I wanted an Ernest Hamburger.
The Old Man and the Fries by Ernest Hamburger. My favorite hamburger novel.
He was 50, came to Missouri in 1848. There's a new man in town. His name's Hamburger.
Now, apparently Applebee's is cool if your name is not spelled Hamburger. Like you can do the Berger.
Oh, okay. They'll let you do that. That's nice.
But I don't know if they'll let you get away with it if your last name is Burger.
Will they do? Oh, yeah. Good question. Will they do? What if I have ass burgers? Will they take me then? Will they give me a burger then?
That's not how it's spelled, Scott, or pronounced.
Oh, all right.
It's Asperger's. Purgers. There's no B in there. Asperger's.
Can I have a hamburger? Can I get a free hamburger because I have Asperger's? All right. Anyway, that's the deal. So you can do this. It's the Erie County Local Edge phone book. Does not list a single person in Erie County, by the way, but does show 8 people with the last name Hamburger. So there are people out there. Applebee says 320 people live in the Buffalo area who share that last name, but the people here on the website say they couldn't find that many. Yeah, let me know when you change it to Johnson, and then I'll come get a free burger at your place. Otherwise, I'm probably
perfect.
Good. Yeah. It's probably fine with me.
Make that happen.
The Old Man and the Fries by Ernest Hemingway may be the best title ever. Did someone come up with that for the thing, Jeannie?
Well, I said The Old Man and the Fries by Ernest Hemingway.
Oh, that was you who said that. Somebody in the chat was saying. I'm like, wait, I thought I heard that in a voice. Now I'm confused. Anyway, that's it for that. We're going to be back in a minute with Tom Merritt. He's going to be all up in it for the technical news of the day in our tech segment called Tom's Tech Time. So come back for that. Also, Nicole will be here a little bit later for recommendals today. And, we're going to do all that in a second. But before that, a musical treatment by Brian Ibbett.
A musical interlude, would you say? I'm just going to take a step right out the door and go to Denver for a band called Altas. A-L-T-A-S. Don't get them confused with Atlas, because that's not their name. Their name is Atlas, or Altas. Dang it, I did it myself. Altas, which is Spanish for heights.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, that's it right there. The brand new album comes out this Friday, and it's called All I Ever Wanted Was. These guys are great. They take classic post-rock sounds, integrate some Rhodes electric piano melodies, some jazz grooves, crunchy guitars, all that stuff. Really, really good stuff. If you would like to see a really bizarre video that's kind of cool, I checked it out this morning. Look for the video for the song we're about to play. The group is Altas, A-L-T-A-S. The song is called Rattenkönig, R-A-T-T-E-N-K-O-N-I-G. Rattenkönig by the band Altas. Boy, that's a mouthful. Go check them out, and here is the song.
But this Wednesday night, you'll find George in a brand new role, that of a Floradora girl.
Well, thank you. Gee, I'm glad you like the outfit. It's quite a showstopper, isn't it?
I am the Führer of the beach. This is the Morning Stream.
All right, we're back, everybody. Welcome back to the program. Let's get our good buddy Tom Merritt all up in it. He's right there. I can see his name. Means he should be able to join Toot Sweet. And that means that we can play this little introduction that we do every week.
With the computer, as with any tool, the concept and direction must come from the man.
That man, if you'll believe me, just stay with me here 1 second, is Tom Merritt. Hello, Tom Merritt. Tom Merritt.
I'm staying with you, and I'm getting nothing. I'm getting nothing.
It says he's there, yet he's not. I see a spinning video.
You lied about the Tom.
This is untrue.
There's no Tom.
There is no merit to your claim. All right, I'm going to save and see what's up.
Your segment is without merit.
All right, let's see what's going on. Maybe that text is from him. Let's see. Okay.
Oh, Tony Todd
Yeah.
will actually appear as in a cameo in the upcoming Candyman remake.
Oh, I was hoping you'd say he was just going to be Candyman.
Nope, he makes an appearance in the Jordan Peele film.
Weird. Well, why wouldn't they? Well, whatever.
Why wouldn't they just use him? I
Yeah,
don't know.
just use him. He's still creepy and weird looking. Like, go for it. Older Candyman. He's a weird looking dude.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. Well, that kind of throws everything off. If, wait a minute, Candyman was younger in the other film. How can he age when he's a ghost?
I didn't expect you to go full Shaggy on that. That was really good.
It was full Shaggy with a different voice. It was
That was great.
Ghost.
Ghost. That's awesome. What happens if you say Tony's name 3 times? I don't want to find out. He shoots bees out of his ass. Or no, his mouth. His mouth. Sorry, his
shoots
mouth.
Script cameos out of his mouth.
There you go. I'm very excited about a Candyman remake, even though Candyman's not even that great of a thing. Like it's kind of dumb. But I don't know. I have feelings about Jordan Peele's ability to do this right. So color me excited.
You still haven't seen any of the Twilight Zones, have you?
I have seen none of the Twilight Zones from the new TV thing. No, I have not.
Yeah,
which is unfortunate. Oh, I'll tell you what is fortunate though. Hold on. There we go.
Tom, I love Twilight.
Twilight. You love the Twilight, do you?
It's my favorite Batman prequel.
50 Shades of Robin.
There you go. Hey, it's Tom Merritt, the internet's own. Tom Merritt. I almost said Milk It. Tom Milk It. Hey, Tom Merritt. What brings you to our shores?
I come from dairy country.
Yes, you do indeed. Welcome back to the show. It's Technology Day. It's Wednesday. I love this day. It's a good day. Do you have any, before we move to that though, do you have any love at all for the Candyman series of films, or was that sort of not your bag?
I hurry to say when I answer no, that doesn't mean I have the opposite of love. I never watched them.
Yeah, just not a thing. I'll tell you what though.
Hasn't been a thing to, cross my eyes.
It's my favorite thing to talk about shooting bees out of one's mouth. And so.
See, now now you've got my interest.
Right, now I've got you. So check out Tom Merritt and his Pretend I Don't Know Anything About Candyman series.
Don't even need to pretend.
It's coming up soon. Tom Merritt, of course, here to talk about technology. He does this every Wednesday morning, and it's always good because it's a nice preview for what we might get later on the Daily Tech News Show. Tom, what's happening right now?
Well, Computex is happening down there in Taiwan, and all kinds of chip announcements, all kinds of laptop announcements, but the one that's kind of turning heads is Intel's prototype dual-screen gaming laptop. Now, this is not the only dual-screen laptop. HP showed one off a while ago before Computex. Asus has its ZenBook Pro Duo that it's showing off at Computex. Apparently, Dell has one in the works as well. But the Intel one has a 15.6-inch primary screen. You open it just like a laptop, and then you kind of move it up, and a 12.3-inch half vertical screen sits below it, and you can put whatever you want on that secondary screen. You can put Slack there, you could put your Discord, whatever you want while you're playing on the main screen.
Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, the comic book capabilities they show here. Suddenly,
you may be looking at their 2-in-1.
Oh, that is what I'm
for
saying.
Honeycomb Glacier. That's the laptop that pulls up into a second screen. They're also showing off a dual screen laptop that opens like a book as well, which isn't that's not bad either.
Yeah, that's pretty neat. Looks like Engadget's kind of combining the two, which is why that threw me. But
yeah, I think they put them both in one story. You're right.
But that's kind of rad. I didn't know Intel was even. Well, it shows what I know. I didn't know Intel branded their own notebooks. I had no idea.
They don't. Okay. These are reference designs.
Okay.
Intel does this quite often, especially at conferences like Computex, to show off like, hey, this is what you could do with our technology. Wouldn't you like to use an Intel chip and some Intel hardware and make one of these, folks? Here it is, which is interesting because HP, Asus, and Dell already making these. I don't know, maybe Dell's going to incorporate some of this reference design, but it is a really interesting design. Because a lot of people say it just works better the way the hinge works, the way it sits. They have, this is the key to me, Toby's eye recognition. Toby is the one that can tell where you're looking. It's been around for years and years and years, but it's slowly getting better. And the idea is when you're looking at the second screen, the Toby eye scanner will be able to tell that and move your focus to that screen automatically.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
So you don't have to move a mouse or do something like that.
So I wonder if there's a way. There's a big part of this about addressing power and battery concerns in this design. And they go into detail about how they're tuning resources and blah, blah, blah. But one of the interesting bits would be that eye tracking technology also being a way of shifting the power usage to the other screen. Do you know what I mean? Like just the other one's more in a standby mode while the other one's getting full attention. Like there's some neat stuff going on there. Who do you think will do anything. Like this sounds like a Lenovo product to me, or somebody like that.
Yeah, I'm curious. This is the problem with Intel's prototypes. A lot of times is they show off something and it just never turns into an actual product. And sometimes Intel doesn't care. They just want to show off the chips
that they can. Yeah.
Yeah, and it gets people talking about them, and it ends up with chip orders one way or another. So this one does seem practical though, and I wouldn't be shocked to see maybe it is Dell, or maybe, like you say, a Lenovo or an Acer or somebody like that come in with this sort of design, because unlike a lot of these prototypes and demos, this concept looks workable. Like it doesn't look like something that would be impossible to manufacture at scale.
Not only that, it looks like there's some practical usage here. Like if I don't know what the drawing engine's like on that tablet part with the pen. But if that thing is at all compatible with, mainstream drawing apps and has some decent, latency and all of that, that could be a really cool alternative to everything else that's out there right now for artists. And more and more you're seeing, the more I see integrated like art capability that isn't you having to buy a $3,000 add-on to your already existing computer, these are exciting steps forward in that space for me. So this looks like one of those. And,
and like you say, that other 2-in-1 has a lot of artistic possibilities to it as well. And I wanted to throw out, we might talk about this on the show today. Logitech has a VR ink stylus for fine motor control in creating virtual reality.
Whoa. For creating a virtual reality. That's an interesting.
Yeah, for drawing in VR.
Interesting.
I'm gonna have to get your read on that.
Yeah. Also, that's interesting because I just downloaded or re-downloaded Google. What's it called? Google makes it. It's a drawing app in VR, but you use the controllers to do it. I can't think of it. Anyway, whatever that is, I got that for the Quest, and it's such an incredible, fun thing. But it does feel like you're using big, kludgy hand things instead of like like you said,
giant paintbrushes, hand-sized paintbrushes or something.
Yeah, exactly. It's really kind of big, and that's fine for what it is. But I would really like to get more into this space of like, what's the one that you can sculpt with? And I forgot the name of it. But you basically can create sculptures within VR space and output them directly to your 3D printer, and before you know it, you've 3D printed this thing that you made in VR. So anytime they do cool stuff like that, you have my attention. So we'll have to talk more about that later today. See what Logitech's up to, which is cool. Did they stop trying to make everybody call themselves Logi? We're over that now?
Oh my gosh, yeah, I'd forgotten that was even ever a thing.
Good, because
they still use that LOGI thing all over the place. Every once in a while you see it.
Yeah, it's on a mouse I have somewhere.
Yeah,
on the end of the mouse, but I can't say
the low guy.
Yeah, the low.
I'm feeling a little logy.
Right. And it's
this
helping
mouse
me.
is a little logy
today. Makes me think low latency, or high latency.
Yeah.
Right. And when I was growing up, a logie was what you spit into the toilet in the bathroom. So
hawk up a logie.
Yeah, hawk up a logie. So it's a bad idea. Keep it Logitech. We don't care if it sounds like 90s tech. It's fine. Microsoft got away with it. So can you. Don't worry about it. All right. Tom, anything else going on in your world that we should let people know about before we cut you loose?
Yeah, this is, in fact, shortly after I finish talking to you guys and record Daily Tech Headlines, I'm going to be doing the last of my 2 politics fill-ins. If you didn't know, Justin Robert Young on vacation, and if you listen to the morning stream, you probably knew that, but I'm filling in for him on PX3. So today is the big day, the second of my 2. And I'm having so much fun doing it. I have to be honest, just playing in Justin's sandbox. For one thing, it gives me an even greater appreciation for the difficulty of that job, trying to make sense of the political world out there. I mean, that's just, I'm going to be happy to go back into my tech sandbox. But at the same time, it's super fun because it's a whole different range of topics to get to talk about. So if you're interested, politics.com.
Nice. Go check it out. Tom Merritt.
I can't wait to have Tom fill in for me on Coverville when I'm gone for a couple weeks.
I would be honored. I'd put on my Coverville shirt.
Yeah. We all have a few of those. Why not?
Shave your head, right?
You know what? That actually, if I may, that makes me wonder. This new Prince album of him that's going to have, it's called Originals. Does that count as an uncover if it was not released before
the cover? Yeah, it counts as a cover. If
it counts as a cover,
the original, it totally does. If an artist or if a writer releases their version of a song after the first recorded version comes out, like basically Prince wrote "Nothing Compares to You" for a group called The Family before Sinead O'Connor even got her hands on it. And then after those two versions came out, he recorded a version with The Revolution. It's a really beautiful version, like a really cool acoustic version. That's a cover.
Interesting. I didn't know that either.
The released version. Yeah.
So like Peter Gabriel's got a few songs like that other people did first, and then he would do.
Lowen and Navarro came out with a version of "We Belong" after Pat Benatar, even though they originally wrote it.
Yeah. Oh, that's crazy. I wouldn't have guessed
Bob
that either.
Dylan. Here's even a weirder one. I would actually even say that Bob Dylan's more recent versions of "All Along the Watchtower" are covers of the Jimi Hendrix version, because he doesn't do his old guitar acoustic version anymore. He does a version with electric guitars, just inspired by that. Yeah.
Oh, that's a whole other.
So Willie Nelson has a lot of covers.
Sure. Why not?
Sure.
He's got a lot of weed. He's got a lot of weed.
And he pulls them over his head and smokes underneath.
There you go. Nailed it. Also, the Echo Show is only $90 now. I think I may have to upgrade my Echo Show.
No, the Echo Show is smaller.
Oh. Yeah. That screen looks bigger, doesn't it? The screen looks
5.5 inches and $90. The Echo Show that's been out for a while is still the normal 230 or whatever.
I don't want to.
There is a new version of the Echo Show.
How's the sound? Well, whatever. This is a whole different show, but I want to know what the sound is on this thing. If it sounds good.
Well, it's probably got the same speakers as the current Echo Show.
Yeah.
But it's 5.5 inches, so it's about half the size roughly, and includes a shutter for privacy, because they want to encourage you to put this on your bedside table.
Oh.
As like,
which is funny because they had that other one. What was the other one that they had? Those little sphere that they
the
wanted
clock
on your
one.
bedside?
The not dot.
The Echo. Nobody bought it.
The Echo Spot.
Spot.
Yeah, it might have been Spot.
And also Tom is still correct. Nobody bought it.
I have one.
You have a Spot?
I'm sorry, Emmett.
I do, because I don't have a lot of bedside table space, and it was a perfect thing for that.
So you have it, but you don't know what it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
What was the one?
Do you know what every piece of tech in your house?
I think you're right about Spot, because the tiny little hockey puck one is the Echo Dot.
Yeah, the Dot.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
No, it is. I'm looking at it right now. It is the Spot.
And the Dot was, by all accounts, a huge success. Like, everyone's got dots everywhere.
I have 2 dots.
I have 4 dots, I think.
You have an ellipses.
4 dots.
More dots is what you want to say there. But the $90 Echo Show is a pretty good price, especially because I don't really use the screen for anything other than I like the screen, but I don't. The screen's not the selling point for me. It's just having a nice screen-based device in the kitchen.
Screen is nice for reference. So if I'm playing music, I don't have to ask what song it is if something comes up that I don't know.
Yeah.
And when I ask it to put something on the grocery list, I can tell, oh yeah, I put the right thing on, all that sort of thing. But yeah, I don't really use it for watching videos myself either. So 5.5 inches might be fine.
I do like to drop in on it and scare my kids. I do like doing that.
Nice.
That's pretty fun.
They'll just close the shutter now.
Yeah, you know it. That's right. Because the shutter, if people are putting in their bedrooms, you don't want the sexy time on your Echo. So keep it in the kitchen where...
I don't even want sleepy time on my Echo.
No, I don't either. I think I say all sorts of terrible things in my sleep anyway, so I don't want that out there.
I just turn the Echo Spot 180 degrees around and
oh, that's a good idea.
Face it towards the wall.
Yeah. Look, it's like
don't look, Spot.
Good boy. All right, Tom Merritt, everybody. Ace Detect on Twitter. Have a fantastic day. We'll see you later this afternoon. Bye now.
Goodbye.
That'll be at 2:30 Mountain Time, by the way. Well after any kind of Coverville shenanigans go on.
Right after the Coverville shenanigans end.
All right. What now? Oh, Nicole. Yeah. Originally, she wasn't coming, but she is today. Something changed, and that's good. Good for us. Because in a world of not having, or in a world where I can choose, I would rather have her with us. It's Nicole. Oh, that's a picture of me. Hey, it's Nicole Spagnolo, all the way from Colorado. How's it going? How are you?
Hi. How are you guys?
Nice to have you here. So you had something going on, but then I was like, oh, and then you wrote me back and said, hey, I'm coming after all, and I went, ah!
I'm here.
Yay. That's good. No, I'm glad it worked out.
Yeah.
Wednesdays aren't the same without you. So
I know. I love my Wednesdays.
Very nice. If you're wondering what we're even doing, you're a first-time listener to the Wednesday Business. We do a segment with Nicole called Recommendals. We find stuff on streaming services that we like. Sometimes we warn against them. I don't know. It's not always recommendations, but we talk about them on the show. We also have a little meta game where we try to guess each other's clips, which we'll do now with Brian Ibbett, who is the beginner of all clips. Brian, you have any setup for this?
The beginner? I thought it was more of an advanced.
Advanced beginner. You're an advanced beginner. You're fine.
All right. This is a limited series. So it is a series, but it is not an ongoing series.
But it is limited.
It is limited.
But it is limited,
Okay.
yes.
All right.
Much like my description. And this was had a couple nominations at the recent Golden Globe Awards.
Oh, so
one of
newish.
which it won.
Newish.
Very
Okay.
Newish.
Here it is. I'll play it now. Check it
When
out.
you spoke to the state police, you asked the detectives 6 times whether the inmates had been captured.
No, of course I did.
Yeah, you want them to be caught, right?
That's all anybody wants.
Well, not everybody. I mean, some people like to see them killed.
Well,
Yeah.
if they're gonna hurt anybody, they should be killed.
Yeah, but better for you if they die.
What does that mean?
Wouldn't it be convenient to be the only person who lives to tell the story? Am I wrong?
Well, you're wrong. I mean, what does that mean?
Whatever. In these situations, they usually end up killing them.
I have no idea what this is.
What is that?
That is Escape at Dannemora, and you were hearing Patricia Arquette, who won the Best Performance by an Actress in a Limited Series or Motion Picture Made for Television. She plays Tilly Mitchell, or Joyce Mitchell, who is the employee at Dannemora Correction Facility, or Clinton Correctional Facility, who helps the 2 inmates escape. Now, this is based on the 2015 situation where 2 inmates worked with and were having sex with a woman employee at the Clinton Correctional Facility, and she helped them get materials to escape. And then they made a series out of this. Now, this is
So-
only on Showtime. Yeah.
Okay, it's on Showtime. What's it called again?
It's on Showtime. It's called Escape at Dannemora.
Oh,
And this it's really well done. It's got Benicio del Toro and Paul Dano as the 2 inmates.
Those guys are
Patricia
great.
Arquette.
Yeah, I love
There,
those
and it's a
guys.
great cast.
Yeah.
David Morris is in this. From
Now you're
Green
talking
Mile.
my business here. I love David Morris. He's one of my favorite actors ever. Okay.
And this is really good. It's again, it's on Showtime. So here's what I'd recommend: if you don't have Showtime, get your 30-day free trial. Watch this and watch the Jim Carrey Kidding show.
Oh yeah, I still need to watch
And
that.
There you go. There's 2 things, and boy, I'd say watch one after the other to kind of up your mood. But neither one of them is super duper uplifting. But anyway, this is really good. It's directed by Ben Stiller. He's also the executive producer on it.
Ben Stiller,
And
really?
Ben Stiller. And yeah, great cast and a really compelling story. And man, you hear about all these things, or you see all these things that happen to help kind of get these guys out, and it's crazy.
Wow.
Did they get caught? I mean, is that a spoiler? I don't know.
Do you want me to tell you?
No, don't tell me. I don't want to know.
I mean, it was in the news. It's pretty easy to look up. And see
I was
what...
like, probably if I just look at the news, I'll probably find out.
Oh,
Let's
Paul
say
Dano's so
that-
weird looking, that guy. Sorry. Paul Dano's weird.
No, but he's great in this.
Is
He's
he?
really, really good. I will say that their escape was not entirely successful. How's
Okay.
that?
Does Paul Dano
like
drink
it good.
his milkshake? Does he drink his milkshake?
Drink it up.
Yeah, he was
Where's
in
my
that
boy? I've lost my boy. Where's my boy?
movie. He is definitely
I
in
love-
that movie. Sorry, what were you saying?
Yes.
You were going to say
Oh,
something?
I just love that there will be blood references. All are Daniel Day-Lewis impersonations. There's no Paul Dano.
They have to.
Or Dano.
Yeah, they have to. It's the law. It's the law. We're just adhering to the law. All right. Well, that sounds like a fine pick. I've been tempted to go over there anyway and get things like, I want to see Billions. My brother-in-law won't stop talking about how much he loves Billions, and other things on Showtime. And I'm not currently subbed, so now maybe I'll switch over while HBO kind of has its break.
I mean, go binge. Nurse Jackie was really good on there.
I have seen that all over here. I love that show. That was
okay.
great.
I'm trying to think of what else. I mean, there's some movies on there.
It's Twin Peaks.
Twin Peaks.
Oh, Twin Peaks, of course. Yeah, the most recent season, Twin Peaks. That was the whole reason That's the whole reason I still have Showtime, is because I forgot to cancel it after Twin Peaks and Shameless.
Chat room keeps saying Zuru
I'm
30.
officially Shameless.
Chat room keeps saying, have you guys not seen Chernobyl? No, I did. It was my recommendal last week. It was my recommendal. And I'm still watching that.
Ago was his recommendal.
Yeah, I just did it.
HBO too.
And there's that's HBO. And we've only got one. Yeah. Well, I think their point was, Scott, you can't cancel it because of Chernobyl. And they're right. I'm not. I have to see that thing through. I love that
Did
show.
you see the meme going around where it was like somebody offering Chernobyl up?
Oh, you know what it was? It was the yeah, it's like weird fantasy art, but then the reference is like HBO doesn't have Game of Thrones anymore, so now here's Chernobyl or something.
Yeah.
Can't remember what it was. Unfortunately,
I
Chernobyl.
can't wait for the episode of Chernobyl where the big dragon flies over and just blasts it all to hell.
Yeah. Well, nobody wants to talk about that part. They really covered that up. They don't want to. They don't want to discuss it. All right, I'm going to play a clip here from my viewing of a thing, and let's see if you guys can figure out what this is. It's part of the trailer, so it might be a giveaway. But here you go.
Do you remember the night we met?
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you have been witness to the unspeakable horrors of the defendant's heinous crimes. You have seen ghastly injuries, smashed-in faces, broken jaws.
Will the defendant please rise?
For years, I've carried this guilt that I'm to blame for everything.
All right. Any guesses?
Jeez, you guys are just dark.
We're dark. Hey, we're not that dark.
I don't know what this is.
Oh,
wow.
Nicole, any idea?
I have no idea. Is it HBO?
It is HBO. Or I'm sorry, it's Netflix. Sorry.
Netflix. Oh.
Yeah, it is here. Well, let me cheer people up real quick. Hold on a second. Let me just pull this up. There you go. Everyone better now? We're all better now? Shark do 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 baby shark. Okay, we're better now. Everyone's better.
Boy, just teasing those YouTube gods, aren't you? You're just like
pissed everybody off.
Yeah. That's the other thing. YouTube will probably get me. I'm probably in trouble right this second. Anyway, chat room. No, I feel terrible now, says the chat room. All right. So it is called Extremely Wicked and Shockingly Evil and Vile.
Okay, I saw this listed on there. Yeah.
It is
I can imagine what didn't draw me to it.
So this is that Ted Bundy movie that was the trailer was out for a while ago, and people were concerned because it seemed like they're making him look like a rock star. I have good news; they don't. It's not like that at all. He's a total douchebag.
This is whatchamacallit? Abs guy.
Oh, right. From High School Musical. Now you made me forget. Zac Efron.
All I could think was he has abs.
Yeah. No,
all I could think.
He really does have abs. You're right about that.
Oh, he was in that Baywatch movie. And
we all have abs.
Yeah, but his abs were
like
disgusting.
Ridiculously crazy good abs.
Yeah, it's insane the abs he has. But he is Ted Bundy, and he is a very convincing Ted Bundy. Like the look, the way he acts, the way he speaks. Like it'll probably get ignored because it's a streamed movie, and also he's Zac Efron, but he is very convincingly Ted Bundy. Now here's the weird bit about this movie. First of all, it's directed by the guy who directed the documentary that was all about his tapes. That was like 6 episodes long, which I recommended also on this show. So it's weird. It's the same exact guy turning around and making a drama about the thing he just did a big giant documentary about. But the movie does not focus on the crimes at all. It focuses on this girlfriend.
The relationships he has.
Well, right? In this one in particular, who he was with the whole time. He would go off and commit heinous crimes, but he'd come home at the end of the day and just hang out in a very domesticated way with her. She had a kid from a previous marriage. He was really sweet with that kid and hung around with them as kind of made a little family out of it. Never attacked her. Never did anything to her that was at all untoward. But in the meantime, he's out literally slaughtering people. Mm-hmm. And so the story's told kind of more from her perspective, and her you kind of watch her go from she has no idea it's happening to she's a little suspicious to now she's in denial to finally accepting what's going on. It's a weird take. Like, it's an interesting take, and a lot of people don't like that. I liked it because I already know the heinous stuff he did. I don't need to be shown that again. I don't need it dramatized. I don't need to see a bunch of people in peril. Instead, it was just like all of that happened off, not even just off camera. Like, it happened not in the movie. It was happening when he was away from her. And then the movie sort of focused on her. The weird bit is also, in this movie, you got some interesting casting. So he's interesting anyway. But this Angela Lily Collins is her name. She plays the girlfriend. She is fantastic in this. Very good. Totally believable. Then there's this Angela Seraphin who plays Joanna, who's this lady who obsessed about Ted Bundy and eventually married him in the end. And was all during the time that he was in jail and for trial and stuff. The documentary explains all this too, but she was nutty. Anyway, the weird bits for casting though are James Hetfield of Metallica fame plays an interrogating officer during one of the interrogations on one of the earlier murders, and he's great. He's great. Just shows up. I mean, you can kind of tell it's him, but at first I was like, wait, how do I know that guy? Oh my gosh, it's James Hetfield. So weird. So there's that. You got your who else is? My brain. I see dead people.
Brain?
No, I see dead people. What's his name? The kid.
Haley Joel Osment.
Yes, he's in this.
Oh, he's in it. Oh,
he's this big
Haley Joel Osment, as I almost called him.
He's like this fat bearded guy that works with her at her job.
Oh, okay.
And he's great in it. He's very good in it. Haley Joel Osment.
Haley Joel Osment.
Oh, chat room, you're killing me. And then as the judge in this thing, who coined the phrase, the extremely vile and wicked and shockingly evil phrase, was played by John Malkovich, and he is also very good in it.
Wow!
So
what a great cast. Holy cow.
It really is, and I guess if you're going into this as a true crime fan and you're like, oh man, I can't wait to get to the grisly details, you're not going to get that. I forgot. Sheldon from Big Bang Theory is the lawyer on the.
Jim Parsons.
Yeah, Jim Parsons.
That's
You
what
heard him in the
people were
thing.
saying they recognized his voice. Wow.
He's very good in it also, but it's just it's a pretty wild thing that has a very different focus, and I think I appreciated that it did because it was just less heinous and more emotional, and I thought it was good. So, Extremely Wicked, Shockingly Evil, and Vile, available now on Netflix, wherever you get your Netflix on. And if that sounds horrible, I'm sure Nicole is about to give us something much, much happier.
Yes, I'm going to give you some.
Mommy shark. All right, go ahead.
Not that.
Oh.
I'm not giving you that.
All
No,
right.
sorry.
All right.
So I'm going to drop my clip and look away. Look away. Look
Looking
away.
I'm scrolling down because sometimes that pops up and
Yeah.
fully looking away.
Run away, little girl.
There you go.
Run away.
So Mark and I should preface this by saying Mark is a huge barbecue fan. So that's what we were doing this week. We were doing a little bit of barbecue studying. We went to a barbecue class. And this is a really cool show that I think if you don't know about it, you should know about it. It's on PBS.
Welcome to Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives.
Woo! I'm going to take you to Flavor Town.
And I'm wearing sunglasses in a barbecue joint. Woo!
I think Hulu just got all of those things.
Yeah, they did, yeah.
And it's something like 30 seasons or some weird thing. It's not 30 years, but it's like 30 total collections.
Fact.
It's crazy, yes.
Yeah.
We watched, was it Drive-Ins, Diners, and Dives?
Yeah.
There was a place when we lived in Arizona that they feature, and we're like, hey, whoa, it's a barbecue place. Let's go check it out. Mark got food poisoning.
Oh my gosh,
no.
dude. He went right to
Did
Flavor
the
Town.
tips of his hair turn all white and
We're like,
Chin
yeah, we're
beard,
not going to any of those places ever again.
Wow.
Well, that seems like a bit baby in bathwater, doesn't it?
A little bit.
I don't know.
He did
it was pretty brutal.
He's done Hash House, and we love Hash House. He did a couple places here locally that we like. He did the Bayou downtown. We love that place. So You guys just got really unlucky that day.
He got really. I was actually okay. He got really unlucky.
Shouldn't have had the whatever he had. All right.
He said it tasted like Band-Aids.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah.
Oh,
he goes.
Geez.
He said, He's like, it just tasted like Band-Aids.
That's the worst thing I've heard in weeks.
And it was ribs. They were ribs.
Oh, they were ribs? Really? Ribs that taste like Band-Aids?
Yeah. And it killed him on barbecue for like a year plus. It was bad.
That is crazy. Oh my gosh. All right. I'm playing your clip now.
Okay.
I assume this is going to be food related. So here we go.
Yes, it is.
All right. I'm not looking at the title.
Smoking is one of the world's most ancient and popular cooking techniques, so I thought I'd give you a refresher course on the basic techniques and smokers. Up next, a pork loin that's all about smoke and whiskey.
This sounds great already. I want everything to do with this. I didn't.
So this is a PBS show by a chef named Stephen Reichlin.
Okay.
So he's actually had a number of shows on PBS. He started off with a show called Barbecue University. And then he did, there's on Amazon Prime, another show called Primal Grill. And this one is called Project Smoke, where every recipe is smoked. He also has another one called Project Fire. So he has traveled around to so many countries and learn the different cultures' way of barbecuing. So like on his YouTube channel, he has 12 episodes of Project Smoke, and there's a chicken thigh recipe, and it's like covered in bacon and it looks so good. And he talks about how in the US chicken isn't as favored as it is overseas. So I thought that was, so he always has these interesting takes on culture and how different countries make their barbecue. He's insanely educated. He speaks French, and he did a French barbecuing show. So I was going to ask Patrick if he's ever watched them.
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
But he owns like 50 grills. And that's one of the things that him and his wife like battle on is the number of grills he has and smokers. So he's a fascinating guy. We actually took a class from him, and just amazing. So
You took
I
a
thought I
class
would.
from Stephen Reichlin?
Yes.
Oh, Reichlin? Wow, that's cool.
He does a thing in Colorado Springs, and I've been trying for years to set it up, and we finally got a chance to do it.
Really cool.
Oh, I saw some Instagram-y thing about you guys going there. Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Now it all rings familiar. I remember.
I just thought if you don't know about him, if you have PBS, his new show is going to be coming out, I think, in June. And I think that's the Project Fire one, because Project Smoke, I believe, is already out. He does this really cool stuff. He calls it caveman style, which basically you just put it on the coals. So like with corn, anything that kind of has a protective.
So not on a grill. You just put it directly on.
Directly in. And it was the best corn I've ever had. We made it at the class. So just wow.
It sounds
amazing.
Great. Yeah.
And he's super. I mean, he has a number. In fact, he gave us his new book, which is called The Brisket Chronicles.
Oh, the Peter Porkloin. What's his name? I forgot his name.
Stephen Reichlin.
Stephen Reichlin. Thank you. I was trying to look it up and I can't remember his name.
Stephen Reichlin, Peter Porkloin.
I love this. It's like a roulade that he's making here with the rolled up pork loin with brown sugar in the middle and bacon wrapped around the outside.
So yeah, Mark has been a huge follower of him for years, since Barbecue University, which I think aired back in 2006. So he's been doing shows for PBS since then. And
look at this meat. This meat looks insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want all of it now. Sorry.
And not just, I mean, he doesn't focus on just barbecue. He focuses on grilling. I had one of the recipes we did was called a new egg salad.
Yeah.
And I was like, huh? And it was like, you fried the egg in this little contraption, this little spoon that you put over the grill. And so you got the smoke flavor into the egg. and then you had like arugula, and then like corn that had been roasted. Oh, it was the best. It was so good. I was like, oh, I love this.
Interesting. So, yeah, I'm just kind of digging
Now
around.
Summer's coming up.
Sauce.
Yeah.
Check out one of his cookbooks. He has, there's a ton of stuff on Amazon. Like I said, you can go on PBS, find a ton of shows there, YouTube, find a ton. He's been around for so long. There's so much yummy stuff that he shows how to do.
Yeah, it looks fantastic. He also looks a lot like Bob Ross. Got that?
It does look. He totally looks like Bob Ross.
In one of the comments, somebody said he was the Bob Ross of barbecue.
He looks like him for sure.
He totally does.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, I'm all right. I'm in. This seems like something Kim would love too. She loves smokers. She loves the whole barbecue vibe thing.
And he goes to different locations for his show. So like Barbecue University, I think, is in West Virginia. He basically goes there. They try to go to places that they can get perfect weather for 2 solid weeks, and they film all the shows then.
Oh wow.
So I think it's Project Smoke. He films in Florida. Primal Grill, I think, is in Arizona. So he goes to different locations for each one of these shows, which is kind of neat. And he gives a lot of like history of the cooking and whatnot.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's
all right,
really cool.
A fine recommendation.
Again, recommendals makes me hungry.
Yep. Seriously, nobody's here today. It's just me. You're killing me. I'm gonna have to go get smoked meat or something. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Now I'm starving.
Anyone want to take bets on what Scott has for lunch?
Oh. There's this place called Wallabies up the street that has amazing kind of Australian style barbecue, and all of this talk has made me just want to DoorDash a little of that. I think I might do it. All right, I better clean something while Kim is gone, says Rusty Nails. All right, I'll do it.
Hey,
yeah, go ahead.
Before I go, I did want to mention on Amazon Prime, all 3 seasons of The Greatest American Hero is streaming.
Oh, we just did it. We just did that for Current Geek.
I just started watching it, and I watched the first. Like it came out when I was young, so I only have bits and pieces of the memory.
Yeah.
So I started watching it, and he's a teacher, and he takes these delinquent kids into the desert, and it's night, and I'm going, how did the parents sign off on
I know, it was so weird. So weird.
Well, because his name was Hinckley, and
yeah.
And it's great because they had to change it in the 3rd season because of John Hinckley Jr. So he becomes Mr. Hamley or something.
Yeah, they did, and then they changed it back later. But they did, and we had a really fun time with that on Autopilot, just because it's such a weird freaking show, and they've tried reboots. The final episode ever was actually a reunion show where they were trying to pass the torch onto some chick and make her the new Greatest American Hero. Today's show, even where I opened the show, I played this.
We'll figure it out now, Butterfingers.
Oh. That's freaking. I capped it from that. What's his name? Can't think of his name.
So I didn't realize too that the guy from Eddie and the Cruisers. Remember Eddie and the Cruisers?
Yeah.
He's
totally
one of the delinquent kids.
Yeah. Totally.
I thought that was Matt Dillon. No, Robert Culp was the guy we heard. Wasn't Matt Dillon in Eddie and the Cruisers? Or am I thinking it's just a dude who looks like? Michael Pare was.
Yes. You're thinking you're conflating it with The Bodyguard or something like that. Remember that thing where Matt Dillon was the bad guy.
My Bodyguard.
My Bodyguard. Yeah.
Oh,
Not the Bodyguard.
I know. No, I'm not confusing Whitney Houston and Matt Dillon whatsoever. No.
Always. So dumb to me. Anyway, all right. Well, that's a fine recommendation as well. It's only 3 seasons, so you can burn through that show.
I started watching it, but I couldn't if you would have asked me questions about it, I only watched the first episode, so I don't know.
Yeah,
if it holds up.
And it gets better. Like the pilots test, like pilots always are. Pilots are weird.
Well, that first scene
is
so
tired of 2 seasons of him.
Yeah, he does that a lot. He does that a lot. Like I forgot how much he does that.
He does it so much. It's like, figure it out. Just go to a park for a few hours and get the hang of it.
Yeah, go work. Seriously, like you're not kidding. Just practice or something.
Exactly.
We're not asking for much.
Listen, I did that when I first got my rollerblades, and I went to a parking garage and I practiced for a few hours, and I wasn't doing this when I was
Damn straight.
rollerblading.
But that song's great. Look what's happened to me. I can't
I did
believe
notice
it myself.
They don't do the song on the first episode. They only do like instrumental.
Yeah, they do an instrumental at the top of the show, and then later when he's flying by himself and kind of getting cool with who he is, then they sing it. But then all the episodes after that, they have the singing one. But it's Mike.
The hook. It's Believe it or not.
I'm walking on air. And that thing was like top 10 in the Billboard charts for like ages.
Yeah.
Back then.
Mike Post.
Mike Post, that guy, dude, look how prolific he is. Freaking A-Team, Quantum Leap, Law and
Mike
Order.
Post, man.
I'm just going to get higher and higher in my voice.
Sung by Joey Scarberry, if I remember correctly.
That is correct. Well done. Very nice. He also did the Rockford Files theme.
And it just appeared in, I didn't see it in chat, ladies and gentlemen. I remember Joey Scarberry.
Here's the best work he ever did right here. Rockford Files theme is so good.
I think so.
Anyway.
Since we're
I'd
talking
throw Quantum
about
Leap up there too.
Yeah.
old shows, did you see the live remakes of All in the Family and the Jeffersons?
No, I heard this was
I
interesting.
watched the first half.
Yeah.
They're on Hulu. I started to watch them and then I wasn't feeling well, so I didn't get a chance to finish it.
Bad barbecue for you too. Was a Band-Aid barbecue for you?
Band-Aid
No,
barbecue.
just my dairy.
Yeah, the All in the Family with Woody Harrelson and Marissa Tomei is so much better than it seems like it should be. I mean, you know, they're both great actors, and
oh my gosh, is George Jefferson played by freaking
Jamie Foxx?
Are you kidding me?
Jamie Foxx with a bald wig and everything. Yeah,
and Will Ferrell is
the
in
neighbor,
there as well.
tall white dude.
Yep,
the tall white neighbor, the weird neighbor.
How do I say? He's the white guy.
How is this even a thing? This was live?
It's a thing. Yeah, it was done live. And
Norman Lear and Jimmy Kimmel put the whole thing together, and
Oh my gosh, I'm into it. I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah.
All right.
There you go.
Hulu's got a few things I'm behind on that I really want to see. I want to see Catch 22. I want to see The Terror, which is it's some cool series that looks cool. And then I want to see what was the other one that's big on here right now? Oh no, it was June 4th, I think. The freaking whatever comes Handmaid's Tales comes back. The 4th. Yeah.
Oh, really? That's wow.
It's soon, and that show's amazing. So yeah, Catch 22. I hear that's awesome. Anyway, all right. Well, Nicole, we've done it. We've recommended everything to everyone.
All kinds of stuff.
Go to Nicole Spag on Twitter, follow her, and she shall give you the details. Even more than
there's
we've
always
done now.
somebody's going, what did they say?
Yeah.
What did they say? What was that movie?
It's actually I use it to make sure I'm recommending something that hasn't been recommended before.
Yeah, because I actually retweeted from a Recommendals Twitter account.
Yeah.
So you can actually get a running list of everything we've ever done in just one shot.
Nice.
Follow that one as well.
Nice. Yep. Nicole, stay safe. Be good.
Bye.
We'll see you then. Don't drink dairy.
Bye now.
Hey, someone in the chat says there's so many commercials on Hulu. Not if you get the version that doesn't have commercials, then there's none.
Yeah. Yeah, not if you spring $7.99 or whatever it is.
Worth it.
The following program is presented with limited commercial introduction by Serta Mattresses.
You know, he's the voice of Vol'jin, that guy in World of Warcraft. Yeah.
I think you've told me that before. Yeah.
I always love pointing that one out. Anyway, it's free. I just downgraded to the commercial one because it's free with Spotify. Oh, is that true? I didn't know that. Hulu with Spotify. Interesting combo. All right. Where are we now? That's it. We're done.
We're at the end.
We've
We
done
are
the show.
at the end of the show.
Oh, I know what I was going to play. I do have a call I want to play. I just didn't put it in the notes. This came in kind of late. This is from our friend. We all know him and love him. Gary from Lantronics, a.k.a. Disneyland now.
Oh, yeah.
And he says...
Oh, yeah, that guy.
He says this. If I can find it. Here we go. This is how we can fix our Netflix film sack problem, he says. All right, so here we go.
This is Gary, the senior geek, calling in, and I think I have a solution for your Netflix profile issue. Just rename your current profile Film Sack, and then create a new profile with your name, and life will be unicorns and rainbows from there on in. That's it. Bye.
Wow, that is the least amount of talking Gary's ever done. First of all,
I know. We sure Gary's okay? Because wow, that's.
But yeah,
that is And I didn't even think about that. That is the total right way to do it. To do just change your existing account to FilmSack, and then create a new Brian Ibbett.
Yeah, I didn't think
profile.
about that either. Kim uses my account though, or no, maybe she changed. Maybe she started hers. So now would be the time to do it. Actually.
Yeah.
All right. Actually, Gary, you may have put me on the right path. Maybe I'll finally do it. Sidium wants to know how old Gary was when he took on the senior part of his moniker. 60s, I think. 65, something like that. And then now he's 71 or something, isn't he? Something like that.
God, I think so.
Gary's kicking it, man. He's doing great.
He is, and he gets to go hang out in the new Star Wars land of Disneyland out there. It's awesome. So envious.
What's it called again? Shoot.
It's the name of the smuggler, like the spaceport, not Mos Eisley, but Galaxy's End.
Galaxy's Edge. Edge. That's it. Galaxy's Edge. I'm not a senior yet. Brian and I don't get to be seniors until what?
Yeah, come on now.
58
Jeez.
or something? I think 58's when you start getting the discounts, or I don't know how it works.
Isn't Galaxy's Edge also the name of a phone?
It's the Galaxy Edge. I think you're right. Yeah.
Right.
Isn't it also? Oh, never mind. Yes, Galaxy's Anus Icor. That's the one.
That's exactly it right there.
If you want to be like Gary and send a call in, it's easy. 801-471-0462. Just leave us a voicemail and we'll play it on the show. You can also email us themorningstream@gmail.com. And a reminder that this show is by a huge, large part supported by you. Like, we really can't do it without you. And because of that, it's a huge thanks from us. For those who have not yet done it, you can go over to patreon.com/TMS and learn more about how you can support the show. Frogpants.com/TMS is our website. We now leave you with a song from Brian, who will play it toot sweet.
That's right. Clark Earhart wrote in and said, I am marrying the woman of my dreams June 1st of this year. I'm requesting a song that would express the love of a lifetime. Chicago's Just You and Me comes to mind, but I'm a biased Chicago fan. We met 10 years ago and dated for a little while, but the timing was not right for her. She disappeared from my life, but every so often we would end up running into each other over the years, even though we live in different towns 60 miles apart. But those times weren't right either. Now, 10 years later, we found each other again, and this time I'm not letting her go. She's the love of my life and everything I've dreamed of. Signed, Clark. Her name is Jeannie, by the way. His name is Clark. Her name is Jeannie.
Nice.
So he's a huge Chicago fan, wanted a cover of Just You and Me. I don't have a good cover of that song, but I do have a good cover of another Chicago song, You're the Inspiration. It's much more fits well with the TMS sound. This is by Reliant K. Gotta love Reliant K. They rock. This is from their 2011 EP. Reliant K is for Karaoke Part 2, and it's a cover of You're the Inspiration. Get your karate, your gi on, and get ready to do the crane kick, because here is Reliant K covering Chicago.
Great. I highly recommend those cover albums. They're great stuff.
They're fantastic EPs.
Yeah. Their Africa cover is still my favorite, I think. Anyway, go check it out. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll see you then. This show is part of the Frog Pants Network.
Frog Pants Network.
Get more shows like this at frogpants.com. Oh, jeez. That was rough.
You can actually